Hi, I'm Angus Sinclair from Optimus Plumbing, and today we'd like to talk about our passion, and that passion is hydronic heating and also cooling. Today we brought forth a power flushing unit to power flush hydronic radiators that need to be cleaned out prior to a new installation of a new boiler, and also building efficiencies back into systems that are really old. So if you've got a system that is over 5 years old or up around the 10-year-old mark, and you're wondering whether your radiators are giving off the heat energy that they used to, they probably aren't, and that's due to the sludge buildup that's in your radiators that it has from oxidisation over time. So it's generally a good idea if you've got cold patches at the base of your radiator, a bit like the Harbour Ridge effect. If you feel across the radiator and it's cold across the bottom and in the middle, and then it gets hot on each end and then up the top, that you know that your system has really started to sludge up. Now that's especially on open vented systems like the one we're doing today, which is an older system. It's less imperative on closed systems. The importance of why we're doing this is that I've had experience in the UK. I've worked over there for four and a half years in the early 2000s up until 2009, and I really had a passion for hydronic heating. I know that in Australia, in this region of Armidale and the New England region, we have lots of systems that have already been in place, and so I wanted to bring some of the technologies and things that we had over in the UK out here to modernise what's going on. So recently we formed a relationship with Radiant Heating and Cooling, which are based in Sydney. They are not only suppliers and installers of hydronic heating equipment, but they've partnered with us to supply all your in-screed application for the New England region. So what does that mean as an in-screed application as opposed to in-slab? Most applications of hydronic heating can be either delivered in radiator form, they can be delivered in slab, and that means that it's the flow and return pipes are put in the structural slab of the building, and that's mainly what's been installed throughout Australia and especially up here in the New England region for the last, since the 70s. And now we're trying to bring forth what's taking place in Europe and start bringing Australia up to speed. What's being installed now is a in-screen application. The structural slab has been poured. Your stud frames are already gone up in the house, and quite often the roof has already gone on. And we come in and install a foam mat. It's a high poly urethane mat, which is quite dense, and it has all the structures already laid out for the pipe circuits to be laid. So we'll go and put that down on top of the structural slab. We'll run our flow and return pipes through that to each zone and each circuit, and then the concreter will come back and put a screed over the top. Now what's the benefit of doing that as opposed to your in-slab option? Well, energy efficiency and the cost of gas if you're using a gas boiler or even a heat pump, or even a solar combination with evacuated tubes. You want to make sure that heat energy is coming into the house and not going into a heat bank into the ground or gets lost around the slab, and really heat goes to cold. So unless the slab has been properly insulated underneath the slab and around the slab, you could be leaching heat energy out, and that's costing you money. Not only when you're using a in-slab option to heat your house, you have very limited temperature control, and what that means is if it takes a day and a half to heat that slab of your house, if it's a large house, it's going to give you a temperature swing of a day. So if we get, especially here in Australia where we're cool climates, but we can get up to a warmer temperature through the day, you will find that you can't control that thermostatically with your house. So the benefit of an in-screed over an in-slab option is certainly being able to have that thermostat, and that heat energy can be either retarded sooner so that you're not opening up your windows and doors to get that heat energy out, and you've already spent that money to heat it up. The other benefits is that with an in-screed application is that in Australia we do have a little bit warmer summers than they do in Europe, and we can certainly use the heat pump application to heat and cool your house through the in-screed application. So certainly a lot of people in the New England region have got photovoltaic cells, and those cells are on roofs existingly, and what's happening is that those rebates are now going to no longer be given back from the grid to those clients. So what we're doing is you've got all this spare energy, and what are you going to do with it during the day? And so the great opportunity is to heat or cool your house with that photovoltaic cells that are on the roof, and we can do that through the in-screen application.